babe, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I hope you're well. Happy to have you here today. Today we are talking about lessons I've learned in my 20s and 30s, and I hope you'll be able to relate. And if you're still in those 20s and 30s and you're going through these things, babes, I've got you. If you're over 40 just like me and you went through these things as well, I really would appreciate to hear from you. Right, let's get into it. I've got about 10 lessons, but I think to make this video not too long, I'm gonna go for 5 depending on how much time I take to elaborate. So if this takes me less than 10 minutes, then definitely I will go through all 10. Otherwise we'll keep it to 5, and then I will have what do they call it, a part 2 in this. So first one. So number 1, the first lesson is no one has got it figured out. Okay? No one has got it figured out. This is a phrase that I say over and over in my head that keeps me sober. You know, when you're younger, or even when you are of age or whatever, we think that other people that we admire, or people whose life really we aspire to have, you know, whatever aspect of their life, it might be, you know, where they live, it could be how they carry themselves, it could be their, you know, their marital status, or whatever it is. You know, us people, we've got different things that we look up to people for, and you're looking at this person and thinking they've got it figured out. Let me help you sleep at night. Let me help you stop the spirit of jealousy. Okay, no one has got it figured out. There is no one human being here on earth who knows what they're doing. We're all experimenting with life. We're all bringing it. You know, I see this a lot, especially with mothers or parents in general, okay? You guys give yourself such a hard time thinking you have to have things figured out. Life will open up the way it does. Obviously, as a person, you must do your best. You know, if you aspire to drive a certain car, then obviously you work towards that. You find out how much you need to do to afford that. If you want to have, you know, a certain level of education, if you want to live a soft life to whatever level, you know, you do your research and see what do you need to do to get there. You know, if you want to have a peaceful life, there are so many things that we aspire to have, and sometimes people think everyone else who they see on social media or just in life, I mean, even prior to say social media, there were people who look at other people and think, yeah, you've got it. So please, no one has it figured out. We're all trying this life thing for the first time. If there's someone in business that you admire and you think they've got it figured out, maybe they've got it figured out from the level that you are in now, but wherever they are now, they haven't got it figured out. They're still, you know, doing their best, trying this and hoping that it works. Again, no one has got it figured out. Right, so my second point is that you will always be taken care of. I heard this phrase from a life coach, my life coach a few years ago. I was going through some stuff, and I felt like I was so indebted to some people who I think had been there for me through hard times, you know, and my life coach, so why do you feel you know indebted to them? He says, no, they've been there, they've done this, they've done that, they've done that. And she said, even if you landed on the streets, you'll always be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we can be indebted and feel so grateful for everything that someone has done for us, but we'll be taken care of wherever you are. And that has really made me stress less about life, that no matter how it turns out, I'll always be taken care of. I will always be life will just, as long as I'm breathing, there will be something that comes up, you know, and shows up and makes life, you know, more bearable. You know, whatever you're going through, I know sometimes, a lot of the times it's finances. You're like, you know, I used to be able to afford this, I used to be able to do that, and maybe now you're going through a hard time and you're thinking, how will I get out of this? You will get out of this because you'll always be taken care of. God will find a way to get someone to you to take care of you somehow. I'm not promoting laziness, please don't get me wrong. I'm saying sometimes we think we're going to die if we don't have the things that we want, if we don't have the person who used to look after us, or whatever it is. There will always be something that shows up for you, you know. So I'm thinking, I mean, if you are already in YouTube and being able to watch this, whether it's your own internet or someone else's internet, you are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You probably ate this morning. You know, it might not have been your choice food, but you ate. You probably were able to take a bath. And even if it's someone who's not in a position to take a bath, they are awake. They had somewhere to sleep, even if it's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? We will always be taken care of. God will find a way to keep us safe, to make things better. So always remember, something's always gonna come up. You will always, 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 always be taken care of. And when you have that kind of mentality, it's amazing what happens. Things just get better, because we think when you think you'll be taken care of, yes, you end up in the streets, and most of the time you won't, because your faith in how life works, that, you know, God will find people to come and rescue you. You will rescue yourself from a situation, but I'm not even promoting rescuing yourself, because that's almost impossible. We need people for us to get where we need to go. So always remember that you will always, always, always be taken care of. Point 3 is you can start over as many times as life affords you to. I'm talking from experience. I've started over so many times. A lot of people don't know that I've started over so many times. Lost business, lost home, lost marriage, you know, all those kind of things make you start over and over again. A perfect example, where I'm living now, it's probably the smallest apartment I've ever lived in. It's very tiny, right? But I live alone, so it works. But I mean, my first apartment was huge. Then the second one was better. Then I lived with my sister. Then I lived with my husband. So to be in this position where this place is so small, I wake up every morning with such gratitude that I get to start over. Some people don't live to start over after a bad situation, but the fact that I'm able to start over, I'm able to start working again, you're able to start business again, you're able to start dream again. That is the beauty of starting over, that you can dream again. You know, you can think, oh my God, what can I do better that I didn't get as right last time? You know, what things can I enjoy, you know, more that I had before, but I really didn't take, you know, much appreciation of, or it was just something that was there and no big deal. For instance, now I really enjoy having a balcony. I had one before which was much bigger. I could have done so much more on that balcony. This is so tiny, but you know what's the best thing about my balcony? Best sunset views. My goodness, I feel every time when the sun sets, I feel like God is saying, good night, darling, good night. You know, you see it, like I never saw such beautiful sunset. And I live in Boksburg, guys. It's not a fancy city in South Africa. You know, it's basic, but the sunset here by my balcony, it's amazing. And I would not have realized that if I did not give myself a chance to start over again. So if life gives you an opportunity to start over, start over. We are so obsessed with keeping things for long as human beings. We're so obsessed, I don't know where it comes from, where longevity is more important versus being present and enjoying this time right now. So when life does give you that, say, okay, let me start over. Let's see. I'm not saying starting over is easy. It's not. I actually told God the other day, I'm like, we're good with starting over. Can we like stop it? We've done that. We're pros now. You know, but what I want to say to you guys and to encourage you is that when life does present you that starting over opportunity, take it, because you don't know what's on the other side of starting over. Okay, that was number 3. Let's go to number 4. So number 4 ties in a bit with what I said now about starting over. But number 4, we say, let me read it, it's so long. Stop obsessing about forever. Today is more important than any other day. Okay? Stop obsessing about forever. We get obsessed about being in a relationship for a long time, because if you don't stay long enough, it seems like something is wrong with you. If you stay in a job for long, it seems like you're more reliable. Okay, maybe my generation was more about staying in jobs, where the newer ones is like, I'm not happy, I'm out. Okay, but we need to stop obsessing about forever. because then we don't enjoy today. You know, that mentality of forever makes you not enjoy today, because you're thinking, you know, next year when I've got XYZ, tomorrow when this happens, instead of being happy today, being grateful today, being, you know, present, taking everything in, that okay, today I thought it was going to be cold, it's not, it's a bit sunny, okay, I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to wear orange eyeshadow in winter, because today is a special day. I want to brighten up my day, because yesterday was a bit, you know, gloomy and everything like that, because I am more present today. I can enjoy everything that is about today, instead of saying, you know, I remember 5 years ago on this day when it was so wonderful, I wish I could have that today. Or, you know, in 2 days time when this happens. Yes, 2 days times will happen. We don't know what's coming in 2 days. We know. You know, we can, you know, dream about what's happening in 2 days. We can hope for what's happening in 2 days, but the only day I have is today, and the weather is pretty decent, so I'm going to enjoy it, okay? I've got electricity, my ring light is on, my phone is on. Hey, I've got a job to go to. Hello? Don't obsess about tomorrow. Be present today, because this is the best day that you're ever going to experience if you let yourself experience it. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 is a big one, and this is going to be the last one, because I'm going to do part 2. Okay, this one, number 5 goes, there is no sell-by date to your dreams. Do your best, but don't put a deadline to your dreams. There is no sell-by date, so there is no expiry date. I'm learning this as I grow older. Just like you, I used to have to think this thing, when I'm 21, I'm gonna do XYZ. By the time I'm 25, this is what's gonna happen. By the time I'm 30, this is what's gonna happen. When I'm 40, I'm gonna be driving a Harley Davidson. No lie, I thought by 40 I would have bought my Harley Davidson motorbike. I don't even know if I want to own one anymore, but that was my dream. I thought, you know what, I would have arrived if by 40 I'm one of those cool chicks, you know, who's driving a Harley Davidson, because I love motorbikes. No, we're not there yet, not even close, but you know, life has its surprises. It can happen any day, okay, if I still want that kind of vibe. What I'm trying to say about this thing about not having sell-by dates, it doesn't matter how long it will take you to achieve your dreams. Yes, right now, social media has made us think that things happen instantly. It's instant gratification. You have 21-year-olds driving the latest Mercs, you know, living in the most posh apartments, you know, living their best life, wearing jewelry and fragrances. I mean, sometimes I hear people saying at 18, their first fragrance was something like Mademoiselle, Coco Chanel. I mean, that's not a cheap fragrance. You're like, at 18, was it your mother's? It's your own. You know, people really have that money. People are getting married at 23. They've been getting married very early in life. People have been having, you know, good jobs, or, you know, businesses that are doing well at an early age. But it can also happen to you at any age. You don't know how long you're gonna live on earth. You know, do you want to be 90 and feel like you've achieved everything? No, I want to still feel like I've got more to do. So I don't put an expiry date, because you're just going to put yourself into depression. A lot of people are depressed because they don't have what they thought they would have at a certain age. They don't have what they thought they'd have because they are a mother, or because they are a father, or because they are, you know, whatever. You know, you think at your age you should be living at a certain place. With your job, you'll be living at a certain place. You should have XYZ, you should have XY children, you should have a husband, a wife, whatever, you know. But the reality is, we don't know. We know so many people who say, you know, they had that first big break in their 40s, in their 50s. They wrote that first novel, which became a success. You know, yes, they may have been working towards that for many years, but that big moment happened later. So I just want to encourage you, whoever you are, wherever you are, maybe you feel like you have not arrived where you are right now. Please, there is no expiry date. You keep working on your dreams. You keep trying to be the best that you can, but do not compare yourself to other people. For instance, for myself, sometimes I think I'm such a late bloomer. Like, maybe it's the second child syndrome, late bloomer, so many things. But I look at it sometimes, I'm like, it's actually not a bad thing, because I think also the reason I may look younger than what society thinks I should look is because I haven't really rushed in a, life hasn't afforded me all these amazing experiences at an earlier age. So it's almost now I feel like I'm in my 20s, you know what I'm saying, discovering so many new things, because again, I've started over so many times. You know when at 38 to 39, how old was I when I left? I think it was 39. My marriage ended and everything. 38 actually. I didn't know that I would have to go and start buying furniture again, you know what I'm saying, going and looking at an apartment and all of those kind of things. I had no idea. So it's so exciting to be in that position again, to be able to start over again, you know what I'm saying, to be where I am, to know that whatever I desire, I can have it. Because just because I am now 40 doesn't mean I can have a dream like someone who is fresh from high school, because I don't know when God is going to be like, hey, your time is out. So while I'm here, I'm gonna do my best and really enjoy it, because you know what, I don't know where I'm gonna make it. Whatever it is that is gonna make it. Maybe my first book, that was my phone, my first book that I'll write one day, my modeling deal where I'll be traveling all the world and being like this 40+ woman with curves, who is like a model. It is my desire, no lies. Maybe being called somewhere to be a public speaker, which is something that I enjoy in my 40s. So what? So what? So stop giving yourself a hard time. It's not necessary. No expiry date, no sell-by date. You can still be whatever that God has put you on earth to be at any age, but don't be lazy. Okay. So that is it. Today I just gave you 5. I will record another video some other time and give you the other 5. And as more lessons come up or surface, I will definitely share with you guys. I hope you have a great day. You are loved. I appreciate the love that you show on my channel. I appreciate the growth. We are on 416 subscribers. If you've been checking out a few videos and you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate if you subscribe. I would appreciate if you like this video. I would appreciate if you engage with me and tell me what you have learned in your 20s and 30s, and if some of the lessons that I've learned you really can relate to them, and you agree or you disagree or whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as we do it respectfully. I love you so much, babe. I appreciate you and I wish you well. Bye.